Hello my creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I'm tackling the Deserted Island challenge that was put together by Nick the Booksmith. I will leave her video about it linked in the description box below if you would like to check it out. But basically the challenge is to make a journal with limited supplies, and she's kind of outlined the parameters for us. So you are stranded on a deserted island, and the magical fairies, desert island fairies, it's not a desert, anyway, have given you 4 items and granted you 4 wishes. So the items that they give you are a pair of cutting utensils, so you can pick whatever you want. I just went with a good old pair of scissors. Next, they give you an unlimited supply of filler paper, but it's only one kind of filler paper. So she said if you want to do tea-dye paper, you can. It just has to be all the same like color. So I did some tea-dye paper. I don't know if this is cheating or not, but I dried it in the oven on like a baking sheet that had this design on it. It wasn't intentional, but it came out that way, and they all are a little variant. So if that's cheating, oh well, I'm a rule bender anyway. It also smells a little weird because I used like a tea bag with mint in it, I think, by accident, so that's fun. Next, you also get a needle and some type of thread. I just have this here because it's what I stick my needle in, but I chose my usual medium weight nylon bonded thread that I use to bind all my journals, and I picked a big needle. So that's your 3rd item. Your 4th, she calls them given items, is adhesive. So I picked double-sided tape because I'm lazy AF and I don't want to wait for glue to dry. So those are my 4 give-ins. Then you get to pick 4 items. So I'll leave all of her videos linked below, so I'm not going to go over what you can and can't pick, but she said if you picked an ink, you could have your applicator with it. A lot of people have the circle thing. This is my high-tech sponge. So I picked a Distress Oxide because I want to do some coloring on the pages, I guess you could say, with my smooshing technique. And she said you could use water. So that is that. I picked aged mahogany because there's been some death on the island and blood. Yeah, cool. Next, I picked a sheet from one of my digital kits. So just one sheet. You can find this digital kit in my Etsy shop. I will leave it linked in the description box below. But basically it's just some imagery, some like little date cover things, and some washi. So that'll be like my embellishments, I guess you could say. Next, for my cover, I picked this manila envelope. Manila, what is that? So I thought it would be cool because it has this pocket, so I could have a pocket at the back, and it looks very rustic. So there we go, that'll be my cover. And then I felt like, I don't know, the challenge wasn't hard enough. I could have picked like a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, but I feel like that's what a lot of people were doing. So I picked a 12 by 12 sheet of vellum, and it's a sheet with like, it's from Tim Holtz, so there's like little squares of different designs on it. So I'm going to have some fun trying to figure out how to use that. And hopefully the double-sided tape will stick to it. But yeah, so that's what I picked and why. Now let's make the journal. Okay, so I have completed the challenge by the magic of YouTube. Poof, done. So I did make one change before I started, so it's not cheating. But before I started, I decided not to use my usual beading cord, and instead chose to use this string here. So I just wanted to say that before we got into it, and one of you were like, hey, you broke the rules. No, I didn't. So this is the journal that I created. I filmed the process and posted it on my Patreon. So if you're one of my patrons, you got to see this baby come to life. But we're going to take a little flippy through it right now. I did end up with 26 pages, 52 sides, 7 pockets, and 3 tuck spots. So here we go. I made this string wraparound closure. I stitched with my needle a little X in the back to kind of secure it there. I took my digital paper that I had printed out, my kit from my shop, and I took a little piece of the extra cutoff and folded it up into a square to kind of make this eye raised so that it would act as a closure, you know, that you can do the thing around. I used my Distress Oxide on the cover here with my vellum to smush it on and create this cool pattern. And then I just used, of course, the embellishments and a little bit of scrap paper to make that cluster down there. You could write like your name or the date or whatever down there. And then we open it up. So inside I did more of the smushing with the Distress Oxide color. I added this piece of vellum here to make a pocket and added one of the embellishments to it. I tore some of these pages in 4 and created like little journaling cards and just used the journal spots on my digital kit to create like tabs at the top. And then this was just an extra piece of paper I didn't know what to do with, so I folded it up into like a little letter. And then we have this belly band here, which I created using the washi strips from the kit. And then I just I ripped the sheets in half and folded them up like little letters and put some of the embellishments on here. So it's like a little tab and you have a journaling spot. So I used a lot of those throughout. I thought they looked really cool. A little piece of vellum and one of those embellishments for a flip out. Here's another vellum pocket with another one of those letter journaling spots. I sewed a piece of the vellum in as a page, so that was cool. And I did use that string for my binding, of course. The reason I changed was because I wanted the closure. This here is a little tuck spot. So I chose to do some half pages. So I folded it like 3 ways. So like this is the other side of the flip out here, like that. Here's another one of those belly bands. I added some like flip up pages. So I folded the page in half and then I kind of cut it down the middle here and folded this piece up. So you actually have a pocket here and a flip up, and I used the extra piece that I ripped off the washi part to do as a tab, so I thought that was cool. A vellum pocket, this is one of the ones that I used for the smushing technique, so it ended up with this cool like blood pattern on it. And then I just have another one of those journaling cards and the letter flip outs. Vellum tuck spot. Another one, again with more of the oxide on it. Flip out. Pocket here and a flip up. And then, of course, I have the envelope because I used an envelope as my base. So in the back here, I just have one of those flip out things, but in a big version. So it's just a whole piece of paper. And I did the same kind of technique there. And when I sewed my closure on, I stitched it inside, so it's kind of hidden there, and I edged around with the ink. I should have made this into a pocket. I don't know why I didn't, but I secured it all the way down with my score tape, so oh well. And that is my journal for the Nick the Booksmith challenge. I had a lot of fun with this. I will be putting this up for sale in my Etsy shop. And as a little bonus gift with it, this isn't part of the challenge, but I wanted to give you the rest of the digital kit. The rest of my digital kit comes with these 4 journaling cards. So I printed them on the same cardstock and cut them out for you, and I just put them in this skull bag to match the anatomy theme, because I think anatomy is cool all year round. So yeah, that'll be in my Etsy shop while you're watching this. If it's not there anymore, check the description box, and if it says sold, it's gone. And if it doesn't say sold in the description box and it's not my Etsy shop, I forgot something, and let me know. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you participated in this challenge. I would love to see the journals that you created. I've been having a lot of fun watching Nick's playlist. Thank you, Nick, for creating the challenge. I think it was super fun. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.